So you just got your real estate license and you're wondering now what? What in the world do I do? Where do I go? Who do I talk to? Where do I start? And you're so confused and overwhelmed. And guys, I was in the same position just like you, and I swear I understand 100% what it feels like. So in this video right now, I'm gonna break down for you in 3 simple steps, super easy, on what you can do as a new real estate agent and how to move forward with it. Let's get started with the video. You know, my first day as a real estate agent, I walked into the office and I literally didn't know what to even do. I walked in, and actually a true story is I didn't even know how to connect the printer, which was embarrassing for me because I didn't want to ask. This is something dumb, like how do you not know how to use a printer or connect one? But I just didn't know how to do that. So I was overwhelmed, I was scared, I was confused, and I'm like, just where do I start? Now in this video, I'm gonna tell you what to expect and what you can do. Let's get into it. By the way guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Nobody will know. It's between me and you. So the first tip is, guys, is find the right brokerage. I emphasize this so much. It's not about the commission splits. Everyone's like, oh, this guy gives me 90% commission split. This one is 80, this one's 85, this one's 95% commission split. It doesn't matter. I can go tomorrow and I can join a brokerage that gives me all 100% of commission if I just give them $500 per transaction. Commission split is not the focus. The focus is, can that brokerage help you? Can they guide you? Can they teach you in the times of you struggling, you being confused? Right now, if you're confused and you're already with a brokerage, it's more than likely because you picked the wrong one. Because if you have the right brokerage, it's not gonna be as hard as it will if you have the wrong one. My first day was super confusing, but as soon as I wasn't afraid to ask, you know, in the beginning I was afraid, but then I said, why am I afraid? That's my biggest advice for you all. Don't be afraid to ask. As soon as I asked, I literally got everything situated from A to Z, and I gained so much confidence, so much comfort, and things were amazing. Take the first step extremely serious. Find the right brokerage. On a side note, guys, this money right here, I'm at the bank right now about to deposit it, and I didn't get this money because I'm the best or I know what I'm doing. No, it's because I surrounded myself with the best, aka the best brokerage. That brokerage led me to having people to support, to guide, to help, and that's what brings this money into my pockets. It's important. Don't get it twisted and don't think that it's not important. Finding the right brokerage is how you're gonna win. So now that you found the right brokerage, you got the paperwork signed, you're officially an agent now, you're still confused though. You're wondering, what is it that I do next? That's where tip number 2 comes in. Tip number 2 is ask the brokerage to break down the process for you. Every brokerage has their own process. And remember guys, nobody calls you, nobody updates you, nobody asks you what you're doing, nobody asks you how you're doing. So if you're afraid to ask, if you don't ask, you're never gonna know. So you need to ask the brokerage to break down the process for you. What this means is, who pays for the signs? Is it you or is it the broker? Do you have 24-hour access to the office or do you not? Who can you go to ask for help when you need it? How does printing working? Do I have unlimited papers to print? Do I have to pay for the papers? Do I have to pay for the ink? What is it that I gotta do? All these basic questions, you need to know them, and I know before you sign up with a brokerage, majority of these they run through them, but I'm talking about the processes, the details, the ways that the brokerage operates. You know, when you go to the office, there's a lot of things that you might not know as a new agent, and when you ask them to break down the process, it becomes so much more easy. When I asked them, I gained more confidence, more comfort. I felt like I was belonging there, and things started to come a lot easier. So you need to know the process, which is tip number 2, because once you know the process, you'll be able to go to tip number 3. Now remember guys, these tips that I'm giving you are tips that I applied to myself when I became a new agent, when I was overwhelmed just like you, and they worked. So these tips that I'm giving you, they're not rocket science tips. They're things that are gonna help you to smooth into the process of becoming a new agent. They worked for me, and the goal is to let them work for you. Now tip number 3, after you got the brokerage down, you got the processes of that brokerage, is grab your laptop, sit down, open it up, and then do this. Write down everyone that you know, their name and their phone number. Now when you write their name and their phone number down, you're not gonna go text them and say, hey, I'm a new real estate agent, if you need any help in real estate, contact me, I'm here to help you. No, that's not what you're gonna do. What you're gonna do is, you're gonna call them, and then you're gonna build a quick relationship with them, because maybe you haven't spoken to them in a while, maybe you haven't followed up with them in a couple of months because you've just been busy. You're gonna build that quick relationship once again. You're gonna call and say, hey, how are you, what you been up to, how has life been, etc. Then you're gonna hang up the phone. You're not gonna sell them at the very first moment. You're not gonna just call them and say, I'm a new agent, hit me up if you need help. No, it's not how it works. You're gonna check up on them. Then, in 1 week, follow up with a text and say, hey, by the way, I forgot to tell you I'm a new real estate agent. If you need any help in the business, if you need any help with buying a house, selling a house, moving out from your apartment, anything, let me know and I'll take care of you. Do it very authentic and don't try to sell the first moment. And remember, you're a new agent. They don't need a new agent. Maybe they already have someone who's more experienced, so don't think that just because they're your friends, they're gonna use you. Be smart with it, build a quick relationship before you sell, wait a week, and then do it again. Now you found the right brokerage, you learned all the basics and the processes of them, you also put down all the people that you know, their name, their numbers, and you started to contact them, reach out to them, and now it's time, guys, to get to work. Those were 3 simple steps that I applied, that helped me, that worked for me. In the beginning, I was overwhelmed, I was confused, I was lost, and I didn't know where to start and how to start, and those steps helped me. And they're gonna help you too if you apply them. It's tough to get into the real estate business, it's tough to know where to start, but I promise you, if you take these tips that I gave you and you apply them, you are going to start moving. Things are going to start flowing for you. So I really hope that these tips helped you. So I gave you the tips on what is it that you can do, and in future videos, we'll start getting into the details. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, if you got value from it, click that like button for us. It motivates us to do more videos just like this. And most importantly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, because every Monday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. CST, we upload real estate related content. So if you enjoyed this video, I promise you, you're gonna enjoy the rest. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on Thursday. I'm out.